Good evening, everyone. We're going to get started in just a moment. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be starting in just a moment.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tim Day. You're on Pastor Marcia's launch for her new exciting Think Energy business. I will be introducing our speaker for the night. This gentleman is a good dear friend of mine. We have none other than Director Julius Weems. He likes helping people. He likes having fun. He's helping people make a lot of money, and he knows 100% of the information. Now, he's been all over the country, crisscrossing, helping as many people as he can. He just got back from New York City to help us tonight. Give a warm applause for none other than National Director Julius Weems.
Mr. Tim Day, Pastor Marcia, how are you doing? Let me just make sure I mute everybody out. Tim, I'm going to take you everywhere with me because I never have an introduction like that. So, welcome everybody. Do me a favor, if everybody just put where they're calling in the chat for me, I would really appreciate it. This is very special for me. Did Pastor Marcia join yet? I'm going to wait for her, but while we're waiting for her, I want you to know Apostle Samuel and his lovely wife, I got to spend time with them, and I'm very, very excited for tonight because if you know them, they are very selective on who they allow into their space, and I have so much respect for them because they are committed to making sure God guides them in the things they do. And so tonight I get to share something that 99% of people have just heard nothing about, but it is one of the most powerful programs for individuals, for churches, for nonprofits, for groups, and I get to share it with you tonight. And I have been going across the country to be able to help people understand what's happening, because I do believe knowledge is powerful for all of us. And so, so what we're going to do tonight is, I see Stacy from Baltimore. Where else do we have folks calling in from? Welcome everyone, welcome. And it's so exciting to see everybody that got on tonight. There's so many things I want to be doing with Apostle Samuel and Pastor Marcia, and it's just, this is just a step in that direction. So what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to be an overview of a program that is literally been existing for 18 months. That 90% of people just don't know is here. I've taken the program and I have dedicated it to change how churches do business. I want to make sure churches have the funds to help people. My mother was a pastor. She passed in 2020, but I have nine female pastors in my family. And all nine of them are from all over the country, and they're all women. I have nine women pastors and apostles in my family, and I got to support all of them in their ministries in many different ways. I was blessed to be able to watch them grow their ministries from New York to North Carolina. And in doing that, I also know that many ministries um, have challenges meeting the needs of the people. And so, my mother thought I was going to be a pastor. She wanted me to be a pastor. And when I said, Mom, I said, Mom, I'm a geek. I'm an engineer, Mom. But I think I can go into corporate America and I can help change people's lives. And God bless me. I've been able to be an advisor for PayPal and Google and many of the Fortune 10 banks on Wall Street. And 10 years ago, someone shared this industry with me and it changed my life. It allowed me to see that we need to work differently. So tonight, I'm going to share a program that I created in partnership with a company called Think Energy. But what I want you to understand is that tonight, I'm going to share something that is going to be different. So all I'm asking is for about 20 minutes of your time. For those of you who, I'm an engineer, so I'm pretty stubborn, and so I didn't stay around to look at this whole thing the first time. But then when I came back the next time, it blew my mind because I realized I was seeing something that just never existed. And so I'm gonna go ahead and make sure we're recording, and I'm gonna have this recording available. But there's something happening, especially all the people I see from Maryland. If you're in Baltimore, if you're in Laurel, if you are in any part of Maryland, I want you to listen, have a pen and paper, because what we're going to do tonight and share tonight is going to be something that's going to impact both you as an individual, your ministry, your organization. But I want you to write the notes down at the end. I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to make sure that every single question you have is answered because I don't want you to leave here without a clear understanding about what's happening and what's available to all of us. And so write down your questions. At the end, we will answer every single question that you have. And so my name's Julius Weems. I'm actually a national director for Think Plus. And what Think Plus is a energy company that is about sustainable energy. Now, and that is the foundation of of what we're going to talk about. But there's a program that the federal government passed for each and every one of you that people just don't know about. At the end of this, I have nothing to sell you. I have nothing to convince you to do. So I want you to put down I know people invite you to things. You're like, oh, what are they inviting me to? Tonight, I'm inviting you to something for you to gain knowledge that will give you a result and give your ministry a result, give your members a result, give yourself a result. And so what I've done is taken their program, Think Energy's program, and I've created a program that will bless and change how churches operate. I want to make sure that there is money coming in. We know people want to give tithes and offerings. We know they're challenged. We know that if we could guarantee that there was money coming into the ministry that could be help for members, for programs, for youth, for global missions, and we can do that, that's a powerful choice. And tonight I get to share that. And so we're going to talk about the Community Energy Program overview tonight for churches and organizations. And so I'm going to start with the bottom line up front. I'm going to give you guys all the federal government passed something called the Inflation Reduction Act 2 years ago. Okay. It was $8 billion that was passed to figure out how does the United States cut its cost on energy? That was it. We would spend $9 billion. How do we figure this out? Because we are using too much energy in this country. Now, the thing is, it'd be nice if everybody could get solar panels, but everybody can't. There's 144 million residences in the country, and only 10% can get a solar panel. Okay, so Think calculate that, right? Of 144 million, only 10% can get a solar panel. Well, the thing is that we all of us who live in apartments and condos, the Inflation Reduction Act was put together by Department of Energy in the U.S. to figure out how do we get to lower energy costs for our members, and we do it so they can be safe and there's no surprises. And so what I did was take the program with Think Energy and I created something called Save and Serve. Save and Serve was put together for one reason. It is to help the members of the church, to help the church, and to help um, literally fulfill the goals and missions of churches around the country. This program is the largest savings for Americans in the last 30 years. Okay, there has not been a program like this. It was compared to it was compared to literally the invention of electricity and the telephone. That's how big the program is, and it's just starting in the U.S. and I'm so excited to share this. But I'm going to give you a little background on Think Energy, okay? Because I want to deal with both sides of this for all of you tonight. Number one is Think Energy is a forward-thinking retail energy company that makes clean energy easy, affordable, and accessible. Tonight, when I was invited by Pastor, you know, she's a very busy woman, and I saw her just jump into the room. So I'm going to pause and acknowledge her and thank her for allowing me to share. But Think Energy is about forward-thinking, affordable energy for everyone. And so, Pastor, how are you doing? I want to pause and acknowledge you. I saw you come into the room. Good evening.
Evening, good evening, good evening. Beautiful. So great to be here. It is such an amazing. I was telling them about, you and of course, I believe the founder of the company that you all are just really making waves in churches with launching the fundraiser and helping the body of Christ.
Yes, and thank you for allowing us to share. It only happens when leaders like yourself give us the opportunity to help. And so I just want to say thank you.
Sure.
And I'm at the end, I will definitely open for questions for everyone. And you talked about churches because right now we're actually I'll walk through the program, but I'm also going to share with you what's happening in churches right around Maryland and New Jersey, and there's just some great things. And so Think Energy is a retail energy company that their focus is how do we create accessible energy resources? And the CEO who I've got to spend time with, and we just came back from Puerto Rico together. And I said, look, I believe that Save and Serve, this program that I'm passionate about, that we can touch 10,000 churches. And he says, Julius, whatever you need. And so my mission is to touch 10,000 churches and every member in that church, because wouldn't it be incredible if churches could have an extra $20,000 to $50,000 a month that did not come from members? Okay.
Amen.
Look,
Amen.
look, I believe like we need to follow the word. I'm a tither. I've been a tither all my life. But the reality is that because of the expenses of how much things are costing, how much things cost, the increase with inflation, people trying to take care of their kids and their family, there's a challenge. So Save and Serve works like this. I'm going to give you the foundation. We're going to go into the details. The members save 5 to 25% of their energy bill for 20 years. That is not a program that was created by us. That is a federal law. It is a state law that under community solar, the member saves 5 to 25% on the energy bill for 20 years. Every time the member saves, the organization is then paid for the member saving. Okay? Same electric bill you pay, lower costs, and that is the foundation of the program. And I'm going to kind of get into some of the meat of it. So who is Think Energy? Think Energy is not just a company that was created because of somebody's idea. Our CEO, Michael Falquist, had grown a company at the age of 40 to over $500 million. He sold that company, and then he actually began to look at energy trends, the fact that energy costs were going through the roof, and that the federal government was going to pass community solar. He then went and he got $100 million commitment from Oak Tree Capital to build a sustainable energy platform and company. He used the money to acquire and purchase Think Energy, and he wanted to purchase the licenses for the company. He did that. He didn't want to purchase any of, he didn't want the leaders, he didn't want any of the other contracts, he just wanted the licenses. In February of 23, he rebranded the company Think Energy, and he launched Think Plus. That is when I was introduced. I went up to Connecticut to meet him. I asked a lot of questions because what is very important to me is that anything that I share, especially with my family's from Maryland, and if I share something with my family or my friends or my network, I want to make sure that they are safe. And that's been a challenge in our community. People have all kinds of things they want to share, but those things aren't always safe. They aren't always vetted. So my thing was that I spent time to make sure that I could get on here tonight with you and say, I know that every member in every church will save.
Amen.
I don't have to wonder, we don't have to worry. I got a law in the state of Maryland, it's law 1153 on the docket in Annapolis that community solar will save you money for the next
Amen.
25
Yeah.
years. And that's the kind of conversation we need to have, because so many times we're not having those. And so in November of 23, Think Smart, which is our app that I'm going to share with you to show you how you earn just by changing behavior. And then Community Solar Open. Community Solar is the most incredible savings in U.S. history that we're going to take advantage of now. I will tell you, by next year, you guys will be seeing commercials on TV about community solar. You'll be seeing advertisements on Facebook and everywhere, because the federal government is pushing to get 5 million people on community solar by the end of next year.
Wow.
So our corporate team, Michael Falquest, and Brad Tales, who I spend most of my time with. Michael is very young. He was a young entrepreneur in the energy space. Brad, our SVP, his whole view was, how do we get this out? Because developers all over the country, right? So the federal government gave developers the ability to launch community solar, and they tried to get people to understand what it was. And here's what happened. They started to use traditional ways of marketing, the people that knock on your door, the people that hand out your flyers, and they realized that people were not signing up for this free federal program. So the reason when I talked to them, I said, well, I know and for me, it was churches because I knew churches. I had 9 pastors in my family. I knew that members, the second request from a church next to support with rent and mortgage is electricity. And so I was like, how can we use your program and to do that? And so we know every member uses electricity, and we know every member wants to reduce their cost, but they also want to be safe, right? We don't want a member to sign up and be surprised. And so the program that we put to Save and Serve, when I put this together, it was based on these principles. Number one, with this program, there's no extra funding needed for activities, because the one member that signs up, pays their electric bill, literally will create a residual donation to the church every month, as long as they pay their electric bill. It's money-free fundraising all year long. There's no additional money needed. All members qualify and are protected. The leaders are helping the members first, and then helping the organization. And the organization sees the impact immediately. So after the first customer or member signs up to save, the following Friday, there's a payment sent to the church. You can invite the community to join. So the community around the church, because my mother's church was on Fulton Street in Baltimore. I grew up down in that area, and so we would do all kinds of things in the community, food drives, and we had a cookout for the community.
Bake sale.
Yeah, bake sale. Yes. The 7-Up cake. My grandmother's 7-Up cake was a big deal. and that butter pound cake with like 20 pounds of butter in it. Yes, that was that's still my favorite. And some of y'all know what I'm talking about. That crust, that piece on the top right there, that's really good. So, but that's what we did. We did what we needed to do to raise money for different initiatives. If it was getting ready for, Family and Friends Day or doing different activities. But we can invite the community. So the community around the church can save as well. And we're going to talk about some of those benefits. So here's the three things that members get. And I'm gonna go through this and I'll be very intentional because I want you to understand. If there's something you don't understand, please write a question and let's answer it at the end because this is so powerful. So community solar, we're a community solar provider. The state and the federal government has created this clean energy program that delivers 20 years of savings for residential and small commercial customers. How it works is this. There's 55 solar, I'm talking about Maryland, but we're in 14 states right now, but I'm going to talk about Maryland. We're in right now, so there's 55 solar farm developments in the state of Maryland. Those commercial solar farm developments are a part of this program. The energy is put onto the BG&E and the Pepco grid. Okay, so energy is put onto the grid. You and me as a customer of BG&E and Pepco can reserve a solar credit from that grid, from that solar farm. So I can sign up, just like you guys sign up for at Costco and Sam's Club, but it's free. You don't have to pay a membership. And you then sign up for that credit and you get that credit from that piece of that solar farm for the next 25 years. Now you see 20 years, but Maryland, Governor Wes Moore was very proactive in creating this program. And if you guys Google Community Solar Maryland, you'll see the law and everything else. But his is 25 years. It is the longest community solar savings in the country. Okay. Now, the savings that I'm going to talk about Maryland is 5 to 25%, depending on the state you're in. In the state of Maryland, it is 10% for 25 years. If you are a low to moderate income, if you get any of these benefits, it's 25% for 25 years. So if you get a Section 8 benefit, if you get an EBT or food benefit, if your kids get free lunch, if you get Medicaid, if you get energy assistance, you get an automatic 25% for 25 years. All you have to do is show either your award letter or download, your EBT card, whatever it is, and we'll upload it when we sign you up, and you will get the 25%. Okay.
Wow.
And this is available to everybody, and nobody knows about it. And that's why I'm running around the state, and now Pastor Marcia is going to help me run around the state so that we make sure that churches and everybody else are taking advantage of something that's free to them. And so what happens is that when you sign up, what happens, you don't have to do anything. There's nobody coming to your house or your apartment or anywhere to put a solar panel on anything. When you sign up, okay, and I said apartments because apartments qualify, condos qualify, okay, you don't need to own a home. It's free to enroll. The savings in Maryland is 10% for 25 years. If you're low to moderate income, you get 25% for 25 years. There's nothing for you to buy or install. There's nothing to buy or install. There's no rooftop required.
Amen.
And even renters qualify. Okay. And so do me a favor and mute yourself if you just came in. If you could do me a favor, thank you. And there's no contract and there's no termination fee. So here's the part that I want to really be clear on, is that people have signed up for all kinds of things when it came to energy. Because retail energy, 5-10 years ago, people were coming and telling you how their rates were going to be this and that, and your bill went up. A lot of people were wounded by that. I want to be really clear. This program is not that. It's a guaranteed savings program that's backed by law. This is not individual companies trying to buy and sell you rates. Okay. And so This program is here and it will fill up, the solar farms will fill up, and then we'll wait and the new farms will come. But the reason why this is available, someone asked me this today, is because the United States is trying to figure out how do we cut a portion of our oil and natural gas energy costs. Just by getting 5 million people in the country onto community solar, which is very little when we have 144 million residences. Just for every 5 million people that get on community solar, it saves the country $1 billion. Okay. And so this program, the reason it exists is to help save the country on importing oil from other countries. Okay. And so here are the states that are currently open with community solar. Okay. You can see here active states. Then we have states that have just passed their legislation. You see those states: Ohio, Michigan, Pennsylvania, California, Wisconsin, Washington. They'll be open in the next 30 to 60 days. Then we have coming up next in the next 30 days, New Mexico, Oregon, and Delaware. Now, if you see a state and you say, well, Julius, what about this state? Why isn't this state open? Every state in the United States will be open with community solar in the next 24 months.
Mhm.
Okay, so if you have churches, nonprofits, organizations, individuals, just know it will be in every state. Okay, and so the program is rolling out right now. And what I decided was, instead of just looking at this as for individuals, I said, man, and I'm getting ahead of myself because I'll show you guys the vision when it comes to what this does for an organization like a church. And so retail energy, we're a retail energy provider. So remember I told you that people, years ago came to you and they would say, hey, look, you can save on your energy bill. That was because of deregulation, and people could choose their energy company and everything else. The problem is many of the companies would tell you, hey, we're going to discount your rate. You would sign up, and then within 3 to 6 months, your price would go up, right? Your bill would go up. So we said, well, wait a minute, how do we deal with that, right? And so Think Energy only has a fixed rate product. So for retail energy, we only do a fixed rate, so it's predictable. You'll never be in a variable rate. So think of it this way: number one, you have guaranteed savings with community solar. Number two, we make your price fixed, so you know what it is and you're not surprised.
Okay.
And here are the states we're currently in. And we also believe in impacting and helping the world. And so we're a really big sustainable company, and we just passed over 4.6 million trees protected, because for every customer, we actually protect 50 trees in rainforests around the world. It is something that we just believe in as a company, and we just surpassed 4.6 million. I just got the updated number. We do give every customer a $100 gift card. That is something that we do because if somebody's trusting us, we want them to know that, say thank you for enrolling with us, and they get that via mail after they've been with us for 6 months.
Okay.
They also, on retail energy, some of you are aware of this, you'll get the same bill for Pepco, BG&E. You'll just see a Think Energy line with your fixed price, right? So that means, so people say, well, Julius, what happens after my fixed price ends? Well, you go into another fixed price. So you're never in a position where you're stuck, and we don't have a contract. So we never have a contract, and we don't have a termination fee. So write that down. Everything I'm sharing with you allows you to leave without any penalty.
Okay.
Okay, that's so the last part is the free energy club. This is probably my most fun part, especially when it comes to my churches. And so previously in a company I was in many years ago, we had a free energy club. And so we didn't have community solar, so I couldn't guarantee savings. But what I would do in my family's church is that we would do something called Adopt a Senior. So we would take a senior and we would find 20 people to sign up, and it would allow the senior to get free electricity. Well, we don't have to do that now because of community solar and the discounts people are getting, but our free energy club works like this: is when you refer 3 customers. Now, those of you who attend Pastor Marcia's church and ELCC, when you sign up, you can refer a customer and get free energy for yourself. I just want to be really clear. You're going to save, and then you're going to get free energy for yourself, and all of that will help the church.
Mm.
Okay. So what happens is, let's say I'll use Tim Day. So Tim Day
Oh,
is a member of
my.
Tim.
Sorry, I have to give up my there,
Everybody feels the
Mr.
same
Weems.
way about. I love you. All right. So I'm not gonna do that. I love you, Tim. All right. So I refer three customers. What our company's going to do is send Tim a 10% credit every month for referring those three customers. And that credit is going to be sent to him directly, and it's going to be a Visa card, so he can apply to his bill or not. Then when he refers another seven customers, we're going to send him 40% of his bill every month. So if his bill's $200, we're going to send him $80 every month for referring those 10 customers. He does not have to do it every month. He does it one time. When he refers 20 customers, we will pay 100% of his energy supply every month, month after month after month. Now, what does that do? Those 20 customers will also be a part of the church's program. Even though Tim's getting his credit, the church would get a credit for every one of those customers every single month. So he's getting free energy. He's never going to leave the program. Look, when people, I love it when people get free energy. And, I have a church in New Jersey right now, and they have half of their church getting free energy, but the church is getting $10,000 a month for helping people.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so,
All right.
so this program, I'm so passionate about this program because we've just never been here before. We've never had this
No.
where I can come to a pastor, I can come to, pastors all over the country and say, hey, we can really help people. And
Mm.
my vision is I just want to make sure that we can have I call it that fireside chat on calls like this, because I want you to get over your hesitation and your fear. I know our community has been hurt by a lot of things. And for me, I don't want us to miss things, because the first 20,000 customers that came into this company were out of New Jersey, and they were from the Hasidic Jew community. And Bella Wutzberger, who's a really good friend of mine, I said, Bella, she says, Julius, this program was in New Jersey, it was 20% for 20 years. She says, in my community, to save 20%, most people don't know, most of our community, we have 7 to 11 kids, and, we're on Section 8, we're doing, and everything else. She says, but to get a savings like this was a mandatory for our community. Like, why wouldn't we do this? And I want that urgency in my community, and that's very important for me. And so, why is this happening now? Like, I want you to understand. Number one, the United States has to transition to renewable energy. If you're driving an electric car, if you drive an electric car, we're on the way to it. Every car manufacturer will have an electric car by the end of next year. Every car will have one. They'll be under $20,000. Many of us will be able to buy them at low cost. There's increased demand because of that, and then global instability because of the wars that are happening around the world. It's stopping our ability to import oil. Most of our energy is oil and natural gas, and so it's impacted. So our goal is, over the next 5 years, is for even a small portion. You know, 5 million is not a lot when you're talking about 144 million residences. But the Department of Energy is just trying to get 5 million people to shift to community solar. And by doing that, it is going to change everything. As I get ready to close out, I'm going to share the serve part of this program. You just heard about the save. So every member can get community solar, they can get retail energy, and they can join the free energy club. They can do one or they can do all three. There is no contract, there is no termination fee, and when they sign up for the program, they literally will begin saving right away. When they sign up for community solar, in Maryland right now, it's taking anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before they get their letter saying they've been assigned to a solar farm, and they'll know the solar farm they're assigned to, and they'll get their energy credits every month. But then here's the part that is exciting for me, is that it's the serve part. So the members begin to save. Now, for every member that signs up under the church's program, and usually I call it the community energy program within the church, and but for every member that signs up, the very first thing that happens is that when they sign up for electricity, the church will get initial donation of $20 for electricity and $60 to $120 for community solar. So in Maryland, we're a tier 2 community solar market, so it would be $80. Now, retail energy would be $20. Now, if you look at the church, that's 100 members. So 100 members, that would be $100 per member that signed up. That is what we call initial donation bonus. The organization would make $10,000, and that will be paid 2 weeks after the members sign up. And so that's the first thing. So, you know, what I'm excited about is that think of it this way, that is the initial bonus, right? So that will be sent to the church immediately. Now let me show you the bigger picture. Is that so you enroll 100 electric customers. We said it was $20 per electric customer. That's $2,000. When the church hits 20 customers, they would get another $200. That will be one-time payments of $2,200. Then monthly, based on how much energy each home or small business uses, it would be between $100 and $7,200 a month in residual income based on how much every customer is using. And then for any members that join the free energy club, so if a member decides they want to get their own free energy, all the customers they refer would also fall into the program for residual income under the church.
Wow.
The next, if we look at, let's just say that we enroll electricity for the $20 and the community solar, each home does both, then that would be $100, 100 members at $100, that'll be $10,000. And the milestone, when they hit 200 customers, the customers can be a part of the church, or they could be family members of the members of the church. But when they hit 200, it'll be $700, that's $10,700, and it will be $100 to $7,200 per month. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to stop. Let me just, somebody's writing on my screen. Let me turn that off for a second. And so what I'm going to do is pause here because right now in the state of Maryland, and we're excited, and this runs through the 30th. So we have 4 more days in the program. In the state of Maryland for BG&E customers, okay, this is for BG&E customers only. For every customer that signs up in BG&E, the company is paying $300 per customer. So this 100 would turn to 300. And so that would be $30,000, and it would not cost anybody any additional money.
Oh, beautiful.
So I started screaming, calling pastor saying, you know, how many people can we help in 4 days? And I said, you know, because I feel like we can literally make impact that is incredible. And I believe anything is possible. So I started, so right now, and this is just showing the scale of the program. So 1,000 members enroll for electricity, that's $20,000 with 1,700 milestone. And then that will be $1,000 to $72,000 a month in residual income every month after the one-time sign up. And then the final is you enroll 1,000 customers at the $300, which is in Maryland right now. That'll be $300,000 with 1,000 to 72,000 in residual income. Every pastor, every church, every organization that you know needs to be a part of this program, because this is something that's going to change because we'll be able to touch people all over. Every member is going to benefit. And what does it look like if every member is getting free energy every month, right? And how much we're leaving that money in their homes for their kids. And so right now we have 11 active states. We can sign up customers in every state. The church will has its own site. We can actually, what I do with churches is that, and I'll share this with you, the church, for a customer, it's free for a customer. A customer does not pay, but it's $59 for the year to register an organization. And so when the organization registers, right, they get a site with the church's name. The church has its own back office to track the members and the customers, and that's $59 a year, no monthly fee. It's $149 for the renewal. And so what happens is that members can sign up right now on the church's site, and that'll link to the site. The and then literally the church can run reports every month to say, hey, look, we've helped 20 people, 30 people, 10 churches. And
Okay.
that is the exciting part of the program. It is free to be a customer. I just want to be clear on this side for the organization to sign up, and organizations can sign up with the church. So if there's another church that says, hey, look, I want to launch this program, they can actually literally go to the church site, sign up, and launch their program. And then customers can sign up as well. And I want to put the link in the chat for the church. But I know we're doing a massive sign up event tomorrow and Sunday at the church. And so what I want to do is take a minute and answer questions, and then we'll talk about the process for folks signing up and for the next stage of what we're going to do together. And so I'm going to stop sharing. I want to open up for questions. I'm going to check in the chat really quickly. And I see a lot of wows. Yes, we need to go and this is phenomenal because I'll share with you St. Matthew's AME Church out of New Jersey. I have they started working with them about a year ago. Small church, and we began working together. Me and Pastor Morin, and he says, "Look, I think this is incredible." And they began signing up customers, and they had sign up Sundays. We had sign up Sundays, and we did a sign up Sunday and signed up over 100 members. And then he says, "Well, the members have family members that want to get in." And he says, "Well, how do we do that?" I said, "Well, it's the same way. Let's help teach the members how to bring people to the program." And he started bringing people to the program. And then next thing you know, he said, "Well, I got other pastors that want to." And so I did a call like this, and we ended up adding 10 other churches that started bringing in thousands of dollars through their churches and
Praise the
then through
Lord.
the program. And so because a pastor can feel safe, and that means a lot because pastors do not allow people into their congregation easily. And so this is a great program. So I want to answer questions in the chat. So I see, what if I already have solar? If you already have solar, typically in the summer, you probably get a really, really low bill. You can still sign up for the program, but it would just be a discount on the amount of energy you use. In the winter, you probably get a higher bill. So you would still get the discounts. And the community solar part of it, you would just get off of the portion that you still pay in electricity. I've seen a lot of different people with solar panels. I mean, the range of what they pay is very different. I have some people that pay, single digits in the summer and, a couple $100s in the winter, but it just depends. And so, yes, you can sign up, and you're not leaving your utility company. I think one of the questions I get a lot is that you are not leaving your utility company. You're not leaving BG&E. You're not leaving Pepco. You're just going to be assigned to a solar farm, and you're going to get credits on that bill. So if you'd like to unmute and ask any questions, please ask any question you like. I want to make sure there's clarity, and then I'm going to talk about how to get signed up. I'm going to be pulling together. I'm going to put in the chat the church's current site for those who want to sign up. Those of you who are members of the church, I will be there tomorrow night and Sunday. And I'm going to tell you what you need to bring with you so you can get signed up. It says, what if I'm with another deregulated company like Inspire? If you're with another deregulated company, here's what we do. When it comes to community solar, it does not matter. Community solar is a guaranteed savings program. We don't care what your rate is with Inspire. On retail energy, before we are going to sign you up, I'm going to ask you to go to Inspire and see if they have you in a contract. We don't have contracts, but a lot of the companies you guys are in have contracts and cancellation fees. We can sign you up for community solar, but depending on if you have a termination fee, we would not sign you up for retail energy until your contract expires. If you don't have we'll also look to see how much you're paying. So that's really important too. So that's all we would ask. If you're with another energy company, we just want to make sure you don't get any surprises. That's really important. What if you already signed up with another energy company? So same thing, just we had somebody that came over, they were paying like 16 cents a kilowatt. Our retail energy rate was 10 cents for fixed for 36 months. And so, but they had to pay a termination fee, and they said, well, I'll pay the termination fee because I'm saving almost 40%. So, but we want you to figure that out. The other thing is explain how it works again with BG&E. So with BG&E, that's your utility company. On retail energy, you'll be a retail energy partner. You'll get your BG&E bill. You see Think Energy. On the community solar side, you would actually, most people that have solar panels, and I think I have some solar panel people on, they get a statement from their solar panel company every month, right? So they have solar panels on their roof. They get a statement with the solar credit that they got, and that credit's applied to their Pepco or BG&E bill. Same thing. You just didn't have to pay for solar panels. You're going to get a statement with what your credits are from your solar. For example, your credits, or if your bill's 200, you're going to get $200 in solar credits minus the 10%. So you'll, instead of paying 200, you'll pay 180 on your bill. Your bill will be 180. And so if you have if you have a free energy credit with that, it'll be another 10% off, and that'll be on your bill. So it's a credit just like you would have solar panels. It's just that you don't have the panels on your roof. And so you will get a solar credit every month. It will come off your bill, and it'll be for the next 25 years. Any other questions? What is the added thing to the BG&E bill? Is it part of the bill? I live in an energy efficient apartment, but we don't have solar. So if you still get a BG&E bill in your energy efficient apartment, you're still going to get the efficiency of your bill. But if you get a bill, we're just going to take out whatever you're paying on that bill. We're going to actually, that guaranteed discount is just going to come off of your bill. We're not going to impact your efficiency discount or anything like that. Will solar panels work on a flat roof? I have no idea. We do not install solar panels. Community solar is a program that is, there are solar farms all over Maryland that are commercial solar farms. That energy is put onto the grid, and we're just subscribing to the farm. So I have no idea. You do not have to install any solar panels for this program. It is free of charge. There's no installation. There is none of that. So Reginald, I can't help you with that one. All right. Any other questions? Do we have, if you are, what I'm going to do in the chat is, if you are a member of the church, I will be there on tomorrow night and on Sunday to help you sign up. What I want you to bring with you are these things. I want you to bring a copy of your bill. And even if we just come to get an analysis to see how much you would save, but ultimately, your bill, you need an email address, you need a phone number, and so everybody knows is that in the state of Maryland, what they do is that when you sign up to be on a solar farm, what they do is when you first do it, it's something called dual bill, and they're going to ask you for a debit card or ACH. And everybody's like, Julius, why do they need my debit card or my ACH? And here's why. It is to reserve your position on the farm. We said, well, Julius, why do they need that? They need it because in the state of Maryland, we are guaranteeing your savings. They do not charge you for anything. What they do is 30 days before you get onto the farm, you're going to get an email from BG&E and the solar farm, either Arcadia or IGS and Think. And it's going to say, hey, you're ready to get on the solar farm. Set up your account. What they're going to do is they're going to send you an email, and then you're going to set it up, and they're going to say, oh, okay, do you want to pay your bill with this account or this debit card you set up with? And you say yes or no. You say no, you determine how you want to pay your bill. That's none of my business. But when you sign up, they want you to get that reservation, and they want you to do it with an ACH or debit card. People get nervous about that. What I want you to know is that I'll have a printout with the Maryland law, so you are not surprised, but they do it to reserve your spot. That is something that is a state law, that is not a Think thing. If it was up to me, we wouldn't care about it. So but what happens is 30 days before you go into the farm, you'll get a message, you'll have to set up your account. And at that point, that is where your discount comes from. As of January the 1st, so everybody knows, the state of Maryland will do something called unified bill, where you will not have to do that anymore as of January 1st. But what we're trying to do, and I'm working with Pastor, we're trying to get as many customers on this program before the end of the month, so that that it'll help every member. It'll also do some incredible things for the church and its ministry. And we want to take advantage of the $300 that the company's paying. They've never done this before. This is not like some sales gimmick that they're doing. Oh, we'll extend it. It's the first time since I've been with the company they've done this amount of benefit. And so we want to get everybody signed up before the 30th as possible. What happens? What happens if you get a new debit card? I'm definitely signing up. Oh, the thing is, the debit card, if you, they're going to ask you to determine how you want to set up your account when you're getting ready to go onto that form. So it doesn't matter if you get a new debit card or not. You're gonna have to determine. It's just a reservation. They're just using it to reserve, to say you are who you say you are, and you're reserving this spot so that you're then assigned to a farm. So there's no charge to you at all. So if you get a new car, you update it. You can update it every month if you want. You can update it after that as well. Think Energy is 10. Oh, Kimberly, great question. On our retail energy in BG&E, just so everybody knows, if you are a BG&E or a Pepco customer, October the 1st, all of your prices are going up at least 2 cents. You can look on your bill. If you look at your bill at the top, it'll tell you that you're going, most of you guys are going up from like 11 or 12 cents to 13 cents a kilowatt. Right now we're 10.9 in BG&E and Pepco for 36 months. So just so you all know, just look at your bill. I love it because, Pepco and BG&E tell you guys that they're going to increase your costs. So, and we'll show it to you. If you're at church, I'll show it to you, just so you can see this is what you're paying right now, because education is really big for me. So, but yes, 10.9 cents a kilowatt for 36 months fixed. It's right now we know that it's going to be 2 increases for BG&E and Pepco customers. And if you guys look, just Google price increase, Maryland. So Maryland's getting a $250 increase on all of your bills too, for a fossil fuel fee that it will be happening at the beginning of the year. So we're just trying to cut through all of that. These are all things that are public knowledge. So look, she says, that is correct. I see it on my bill. Yes, Kimberly, it is. These are real things. And so we're really saving people money. This is not some, no surprises. That's the one thing I give to all of you, just no surprises. I care about all my churches and my family. So if you want to sign up, what I'm going to do is this. In the chat, let me just make sure let me just double check the link, because I don't want to put the wrong link in the chat. You're going to see the church's name on this site. Those of you who want to sign up on your own, I want to be really clear. If you want to sign up on your own, you can. You're going to sign up twice. You're going to sign up once for community solar, and you're going to sign up once for retail energy. If you want to come to the church and bring your bill and let us help you do it, we'll do it as well. And if you want to sign up under the church and you need some help, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a phone number here, and we will have somebody help you sign up under the church's website. Okay. And so let me go ahead and just double check this. Are there any questions while I'm doing this? Any questions? Don't be shy. Please don't be shy. Ask the hard questions. Any questions at all?
When are you coming to the church?
I'll be there tomorrow night, and I'll be there Sunday.
Okay, thanks.
What to bring? Number one, you're going to bring a copy of your bill. Number two, you're going to have your email address. You're going to have a phone number. You're going to have a debit or ACH, right? So here's the thing. If you are LMI, if you are getting an LMI benefit, the 25% for 25 years, you can bring a copy of either your Medicaid card, your EBT card, Section 8 letter. But if you do not have it, we will actually just email it in and connect it to your account later. If you do not have it, it's okay. So if you do, that benefit is available, but if you do not have the letter, or if your kids get free lunch, they got a letter for free lunch. If you don't have the proof of that, we can put it in later, okay? How can I sign someone else up? Is there a limited time to sign up? So for this promotion, so the answer is no. So people can sign up. Maryland's just launching. We're here. We're here full blast. We really want to help the church and help all of you by getting as many people in by the 30th as much as we can. So I'm putting this link in the chat so you all can and so you can sign up yourself and you can sign up your family members, but if you need help, use the number I put in the chat as well. I think that's I just checked to make sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, just have a quick question. This is Pastor Marcia. Um,
Okay.
you know, hey, what can I say? I'm a woman of faith, and I believe that as many members as possible will sign up by the 30th. However, please ask the gentleman that I was privileged to speak with was it a week or so ago, if he would consider extending it for one more month.
Let me tell you, I've been pressing that and I'm pressing it hard because I think that it is a program that if we got one more month, my vision is to put 10,000 customers into this program because we can help a
Yes,
lot of people.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and so I am pressing. You just know that I'm pressing very
You're
hard
pressing in
for
good.
that. Yes, because I truly want, and we called you from Puerto Rico, and but I told him, I said, this is a real benefit for our nonprofits, our churches, and our communities.
Yes,
And
yes,
so he's definitely considering it. I just don't want to. I know that he's never done in 18 months. We've never had anything like this, and so for all the members, here's what I'll say. For those of you who are hesitant, okay, what I'm going to ask is that get signed up, try it for 90 days. Just try it for 90 days. There's nothing that's going to hurt you, or there's no termination or can't. And I will personally help you go back to BG&E if you don't like the discount. But what I don't want to do is I don't want the church to miss just because so many times we're just hesitant. And I get it. I get it as a people. But I just don't want us to miss this for ourselves or for our church. And so
amen,
for any
amen.
churches or pastors that want to sign their church up, please reach out to me as well. We'll get you set up under the church as well. So and if you give a call, please just and someone doesn't answer, please just send a quick text and someone will call you right back. I have someone call you right back to get you signed up. But here's what you need real quick. You need your bill, an email address, a phone number. You're gonna need your debit card or your ACH information and any LMI qualification pieces. Let me go over that real quick. And I'm gonna put it on the screen actually, so you all can take a picture of it. I'm gonna share. Let me just put this up really quickly. Um, this is the Maryland, so everybody can see the Maryland requirements. And I think it'd be good for everybody to take a picture of this because even if you are not low to moderate income, if you have people that are in your family, I know I do, that get Section 8 or free lunch or we need to get them signed up for this. This is such a powerful opportunity, for us that I just don't want us to miss. I just don't want us to miss this for people that we care about. Let me just pull this up. Community Solar, um, Maryland. Any other questions? I will stay around for a little bit to answer anything that people need, just to make sure that we, as a community, are helping everyone. Here's let me share my screen one more time. Take a picture of this, so you have it. It also has um, all of the and some of you can see the solar farms that are here in the state. This is our state overview. So you see over here LMI qualifications, LI HEAP, Medicaid, Section 8, food stamps, Maryland Energy Assistance, Head Start, free or reduced lunch, Empower Maryland, a fuel fund. So you get 25% off with these programs. If you do not qualify for that, you get 10% for 25 years. Okay. And so this is just a snapshot of that. Also, the program that we're going to be signing people up for is going to be under IGS, which is going to be the 10% program. And here are solar farms here in the States. And then the enrollment process we'll go through with you. And I'll actually put this in the chat. So if you, any of you who want to sign up on your own, want to step through that, I will actually have that there. But if you need any help at all, our goal is to put 100 members in by the end of the day Sunday. And so it is possible. It's possible because, Pastor, I know it's possible.
It is. Thought with God, all
so-
things are possible.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, and then if
And-
anyone has any additional questions, I will be available. I will be available for the next hour to answer questions if you want to give me a call privately if there's questions you have at all. So,
Yeah.
everybody, thank you and have a blessed night. We will save this recording and I will get this recording out.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.